Zaku Baruch. Good morning, everyone. Good Tov and Shabbat Tov. We're continuing the halachot of going on a boat on Shabbat and the like. Tomorrow we'll get into a little bit of in-depth of can we get off a boat? Okay, can we go back onto the boat that we were allowed to go on? But today, two quick halachot. So the first is, if let's say you have a boat that is, we spoke about going onto a boat on Shabbat is not allowed, but that is only when that boat, of course, is going to be traveling on Shabbat. But let's say you have a cottage and then your boat is docked. Right there, it's docked. You are allowed to go onto the boat on Shabbat. It's docked. You want to chill in the boat, you want to relax in the boat, whatever it is. You're not traveling on that boat on Shabbat. It's docked. It's there, just sitting in the water. That is allowed on Shabbat. And another halakha, it's just an interesting thing. I doubt it's applicable maybe in villages somewhere today still, but just the following. So that when they would bring in boats to the shore, so nowadays they have tugboats. So let's say the boat can't get that close and they need to bring another boat to schlep it in. So back in the day, I guess certain size boats, whatever it was, they would bring in animals. So let's say horses, they would bring into the water, like shallow water. They would tie them with ropes to the boat, and they would schlep the boat in closer inland. So if you were on such a boat on Shabbat, meaning if you were allowed to, of course, in the way that you were allowed to be on the boat in the first place, and now we know that there's a concept, you're not allowed to go on a wagon on Shabbat with animals carrying you. On Shabbat, you're not allowed to go on a wagon. And the issue there is because you might take a branch and start using it as a whip. And actually, when I went to Morocco, there's a few things I saw there because it's still a third world country in a certain way. I was very happy to see a few things that you hear about only in the Gemara. And one of those things was we went on a ride in Marrakesh, and the guy was whipping the thing with a branch. It was a branch. It was a nicely, but it was not refined or anything like that. It was an actual branch, and it was just like, wow, this is like literally from the Gemara, you know. So therefore like this. When it comes to an actual wagon, you know, on the ground, that you're not allowed to go on Shabbat. You might take a branch and use it as a whip. But if you're in a boat and now the boat is getting to shore by animals pulling you to shore, that number one is you're too far away from the animals, and number two is there's nowhere to get a branch from. Right, you're in the water. So therefore, for those reasons, you are allowed in that situation to be pulled in to the shore from animals. So again, probably not that applicable, but I just thought it was an interesting halakha that's mentioned here. Okay, that's that for today. Mincha tonight at 6:45, and don't forget to register for the Hilulah, as spaces, we're always last minute, and spaces are getting full. Have a good day, everyone. Shavua Tov. Tana D'Eliyahu.